What is up, Frog fans? Welcome to Postgame Beers. We are the Lupton Drinking Club, ready to recap a 3-1 week by the TCU Horned Frogs. I'm your host for now, JD Sailors. I'm here with Ray Cartwright. MK will be here shortly. We are working around some complicated scheduling, so MK will be late, and I will have to leave early. So we'll be running like hockey lines.
But I am always here. I'm the constant.
Yeah. So, don't really have anything as like an intro before we. What do you got?
I do.
Entertain me. Tell me something interesting.
As I become older and wiser in life, I have come to loathe. I just cannot stand losing 1 hour out of my day.
Is that messing you up?
I hate it. Well, it was messing me up Saturday, staring down the barrel, knowing I work Sundays, and I'm like, well, shit, I'm losing an hour of sleep right off the bat.
Yeah. Well, luckily Saturday night, man, I was dog tired. So the game gets canceled. I was on my way, find out it was canceled, turn around, come back home. And I'm like, man, not much really to be awake for anymore.
No,
so I guess I'll go to bed.
Yeah.
So I woke up around 1:30 or so. Like, it's a full night's sleep already. Going to bed like 8:30. Well, I couldn't go back to sleep. So I'm laying there and I'm listening to a podcast, and some time goes by and I'm like, man, I really need to go to sleep. And that's when I looked at my phone and it said 3:30 in the morning. I'd blown right past daylight savings.
And hey, at least this isn't like, a little peek behind the curtain of our lives from a couple of years ago when it would be 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, and we're trying to find any random space we can to hop into.
Yeah. Some of those frog ball road trips.
Oh my goodness.
Run a little late.
You should see me on Saturday, dude. I was down. I was down bad on Saturday. I was probably one of the worst.
Yeah, that was a long one. I want to wait. I don't want to talk about the tailgate that the Uties put on Saturday until MK gets here, because he was there as well.
Oh, he was the hero.
Yeah, I heard that. So I'll let him jump in before we get into the Saturday activities. Saturday might have been the most activity-filled day of the whole weekend, and there was no game.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. I was down. I was down bad.
Well, can't wait to hear about that. So, so let's just quickly recap the games, and then we'll get into any of the hot sports opinions we may have. So these game recaps brought to you by Long Drink, our longest running sponsor, the premium Finnish cocktail made with gin and natural flavors. One of the most refreshing options for watching frog ball. These are MK's ad reads. He's really hooked on the 0 sugar peach and 0 sugar pineapple. I personally enjoy those, but dude, give me that black can at what is it? 14%?
No,
ABV?
it's 8%.
8%.
But it's the strong boy.
Yeah,
it ain't that strong. This is an Arnold Schwarzenegger Iron Man competition strong.
Well, I'll tell you what. Go drink a couple of those and tell me they're not 14%.
Brother. I got
right,
never mind.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, sorry.
No, what funny thing were you about to say? Come on, make me laugh.
No. All fair.
All right, so the week started Tuesday night at Lupton. Abilene Christian came to town. And this one didn't get off to the, I guess, most encouraging start, as TCU quickly found themselves down 6-0. The bullpen came in, pitched 5 1/3 scoreless innings to kind of, put a Band-Aid on the situation before the offense did just enough to squeak out a 7-6 win, thanks to a Brady Dallimore walk-off home run. And really, even aside from the home run, Brady Dallimore was kind of the hero of this one on the offensive side, at least.
120%. What do you have? Couple crucial walks.
Yeah. I
Home run.
walks in the home run.
Yeah.
Hang on. Let me scroll down. Yeah, I'm seeing here 3 walks, 3 RBI, 1 hit, 1 home run.
Dude, he's great. He's seen the ball really well lately. Really
Yeah.
well.
The walks were encouraging. Not only in this game, but going back to the weekend previous, he was starting to see the ball really well. So
That is really encouraging because he'd been kind of K-happy to start his college career. Maybe he's starting to figure things out.
Stroh pitched in with a couple hits and an RBI, as he'll do. But, really, I aside from Dallimore on the offense, the real story here is Walter Quinn, Tanner Seguspie, and Ethan Thomas. As I said, 5 1/3, scoreless. They gave up 5 hits, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts. So really good on those guys.
Really put a Band-Aid on things and allowed the offense to come back.
And, that was a crucial win. Having already dropped a game to UTA, really needed that one. You didn't want to drop another one in midweek.
No.
So, we're feeling pretty good going to the weekend, welcoming TuLAME to town. We had to fend off weather. We did so, I guess, for the most part, at least Friday night. Friday night was actually a really nice night.
Yeah, and it was funny because going into it, I really thought Friday was going to be the most dicey of the weather days of the weekend. I thought the rain would be out of there or in time on Saturday with the later start, and that, man, there was a good chance that there was going to be some big old thunder boomers on Friday, but the cap held.
Yep. In this game, Frogs took care of business 10-2 with the help of a Lucas Franco grand slam in the 7th. Frogs scored 6 of the 8 innings at the plate, and Brassfield had a very, very lovely 5 innings pitched, only giving up 2 runs on 3 hits. What did you think of the environment for that Friday night game?
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was very drunk Friday, so I was loving it.
Okay.
I thought it was awesome. I thought Mason Brassfield was even better, even awesomer.
Yeah, so 5 innings pitched, like I said, he had 10 strikeouts.
Huge.
So 2 strikeouts. That's crazy.
In 5 innings.
Yeah, I was charting the game today, and I think there was I meant to have this note ready, and I forgot, but I think he struck out something like 7 out of 8 hitters at one point.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's something like that. I'll have that for the deep dish Thursday. We can talk about it then. But Nate Stern,
off the top of your head, do you think that's his best start ever in a TCU uniform?
Dude, the one against Arkansas was pretty good.
At Globe Life?
It's pretty good. Yeah.
Man, yeah. That was good.
Yeah, he had less run support in that one. He was going up against a better lineup. So,
fair.
Nate Stern, 2 innings in relief, no hits, 2 walks and a strikeout. And Trevor Baumler and Tyler Finau pitched clean innings to finish this one off. So I thought that was TC's most complete game of the season when it comes to, the offense putting up 10 runs, the pitching doing what they did, and playing pretty solid defense. I thought it was their most complete game.
110% agree. It's been very rare that you've seen all 3 phases of TCU baseball clicking at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, the Franco Grand Slam was definitely, the most electrifying moment. But, you had, 5 guys in the lineup with at least 2 hits.
And they struck out the same amount of strikeouts to walks. I'll take that.
Yeah. Yeah, in fact, over the weekend itself, TCU only had 13 strikeouts. So another really encouraging sign at the plate, at least in that regard. Like, we can talk about the offense as a whole in a little more detail after we recap the games. But when it comes to strikeouts, it was a pretty good weekend. In fact, in this Friday game, 4, 6, 8 of those 13 strikeouts came in the Friday game.
Yeah.
And that was the game they put up 10 runs. And what's crazy about this is, you put up 10 runs, it's like, well, let's go see what Sawyer Stroh did. He was only 1 for 5. He did have an RBI, but no walks.
when you look at the weekend as a whole, Sawyer was pretty quiet all weekend.
Yeah, it was definitely his quietest weekend. But even his quiet weekends include, 3 or 4 hits, a home run, 3 or 4 walks.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, quiet by his standards, right?
Exactly. Kai Scargett, 2 for 3 in this game with an RBI. But yeah, it was just a really complete effort, 1 through 9.
Yeah.
In the pitching too. So let's go to. Well, we'll skip past Saturday since we were rained out.
He got a flash forward to Sunday, much like daylight savings times. Yeah. We'll skip ahead.
Yep. So we go from the most complete game of the year to one of the most frustrating losses because in the first game of the doubleheader on Sunday, TCU was up 4-0 behind a spectacular starting effort from Lance Davis. And then something extremely rare for this TCU team happened, which we got a rough night from the bullpen, including Walter Quinn and Tanner Seguspie, who had been very reliable out of the bullpen up until this point. They had a combined very rough 7 inning that saw TCU up 4-0 to down 6-4, and TuLAME would hold on to win 8-4.
Yeah, you say frustrating. Was that really the most frustrating game of the year for you? I don't think it was.
It was both frustrating and also the easiest loss of the year to swallow. That's the way I characterize it.
I just
because here's the thing. When TCU loses games, I hate seeing it because of the same reason. Whether it's starting pitching or cold offense. This one, the offense wasn't great. They only had 7 hits on the day. They left 9 on base, but they didn't strike out a ton. They were putting the ball in play. They weren't opportunistic by any means.
Right.
And the starting pitching was great. It's frustrating that it was a game that it looked like, the TCU had like a 93% win expectancy up 4-0 going into the 6th inning.
That's pretty high.
So you don't want to lose games where you're 93% of the way home, right? But
you generally don't.
It's not like we're coming on here saying that damn bullpen again. That was the first time all year that the bullpen, didn't perform.
Yeah, it just
so
seems so
I think that going forward, I'm not worried about the bullpen because, they proved it in the very next game that they were right back on the horse. So,
I mean, including Walter Quinn, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's just so weird. And it's just kind of random and unfortunate that 2 of your best bullpen arms just happen to not have it in that game.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, that happens. Like it's a one-off, Yeah. It's not like like I said, it's not a trend where it's like,
right.
When are they going to fix this issue that is costing us games over and over again? It wasn't like that, right? So Frogs had to flush that loss quick because 40 minutes later or so, game 3 began and TCU needed to lock down a series win. They did so 4-3 in a time abbreviated game. This one only goes 7 innings. Uli Fernzer got the start, and it was a very typical Uli Fernzer performance as he only makes it through 2 innings before giving away to Ethan Thomas. Frogs fell behind early in this one, but scratched across enough runs to hold on and win the game 4-3, thanks to Preston Gamster being the hero in this one. He had a 2-run home run and then a clutch RBI single. And not to mention a clutch strikeout, which he reached on the drop third strike. So everything was going right for Preston Gamster, even though the rest of the offense pretty cold in this one.
Living right. Clutch strikeout. One of the 13 on the weekend. Lucky 13, right? That was probably one of the last strikeouts of the game.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Let me pull up the box score for this one. Let's see if anything jumps out at me.
Did Rod Livingston have a nice little choppy single over the third baseman's head in this one?
Sure did. Let's see. We got to talk about Ethan Thomas.
Boy, do we. He's been great. He had a great week this week, too.
Yeah, he did. 2 games in which he was kind of the hero out of the bullpen. In this one in particular, 3 innings pitched, only 2 hits allowed, 5 strikeouts, no walks. That'll play.
Dude, and he's running it up there, 95, 96.
Yeah. Nate Stern had a little bit of an adventurous inning in his 1 inning of relief. He gave up 3 hits, but only 1 run, thanks to a really nice play on a bunt in which he was able to get the lead runner at third. Kind of one of the more crucial plays on the defensive side of things over the weekend. And then, like we said, Walter Quinn was able to shake off his rough outing in game 2, get a very nice 1 inning save that included a strikeout. But, very high leverage inning from Walter. He allowed the sac fly from the inherited runner, but
I mean, just
he did what he had to do.
Good on him running back out there. I wonder how hard that is. In the same day,
probably not that hard.
He's kind of got a funky, low pressure kind of.
Yeah, but it's not like he's not like a high stress guy, in his delivery.
I think you described him on the deep dish. See a softball pitcher out there. You can just run him out there whenever.
Yeah. Yep. So that finishes the recap. Like I said, Frogs finished the week 3-1. Before we move to the next point in our discussion, let's talk about Anduno, a travel and recovery brand for athletes and anyone willing to push their limits. Their travel duffel backpack, incredible. We all have one. We all use it. You've heard us rave about it. A lot of you have been able to see this thing in person. Those of you who came out to our tailgate out in Shriners, we had the Anduno bags out there. We were able to give one away. Congrats again to Matt. Hope he's enjoying his Anduno bag. Go check these out. Anduno.us. They have a whole list of other products too. You need a Theragun, Anduno's the place to go. They have these leg wraps. Have you ever used those leg wraps?
Actually, many times in
really
therapy.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Post ACL surgery, right after they would hook the electrodes up to my quad, it was compression boot time.
Compression boots. So what are your thoughts on the compression boot?
Oh, love it.
Yeah.
And in fact, the gym I am currently a member at has a whole recovery center complete with compression boots and a little Theragun. It's pretty great.
So go to Anduno.us, check it out. Use promo code LDC for your Anduno orders. All right, Ray. So we recapped the games. Let's talk about hits and misses. Do you have anything off the top?
Well, a huge hit
and misses.
Hits. I would say it's hard because Sunday, but starting pitching would be a hit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of don't consider Uli really a starter at this point.
If you consider him an opener out of the bullpen before, let's say that was Ethan Thomas's game to start. If you consider Ethan Thomas the starter.
Right, because
then I think you can talk about starting pitching as really the hero of the week.
I mean, Brassfield was great. Lance Davis was great. Ethan Thomas was great.
Nate Stern, especially good on Friday in closing that one down. That was before Franco's grand slam. So there was still some doubt left in the game. I think we were up, 5-2 at that point when he came into the game. Yeah, another nice weekend from Trevor Baumler. I'm still waiting on him to get some higher leverage innings because, again, we've been saying it since that 1 inning against OU. He's been almost untouchable.
I mean, it's kind of hard. I mean, I know you want him to pitch a little bit more in higher leverage situations, but who are you taking out right now?
Well,
I kind of feel like they got their they're kind of settling in on some pieces right as we're almost to conference play.
Yeah, the way I see it is you have a handful of no doubt winning pieces, guys that you're going to count on to win you games. Guys like Ethan Thomas, Walter Quinn, Nate Stern. We can throw Lance Davis in there now. Obviously, Mason Brassfield, right?
Tanner
And
Seguspie.
then you have Tanner Seguspie. Yeah. Then you have a handful of guys that are getting innings for development. Zach James, Cade Durnan, Cade Nelson, Uli Fernsler.
Yeah.
Right? But Trevor Baumler is somewhere in the middle to me. I think he can be a high leverage winning piece. I also think he's getting particular innings for development purposes.
You think it's also kind of confidence building purposes too?
Well, yeah, I mean, we considered that, right? That's what it is. But I don't know how much higher his confidence can get at this point.
It's been pretty good.
Yeah. I'll give you a miss. Opportunistic hitting from the offense.
Dude.
I don't have a total of how many guys we left on base, but it sure feels like a majority of innings we were leaving guys on. So I'm seeing 8. Give me a second.
See, 8 on Sunday. We're 8 game 3, 9
in game 2,
and 9 in game 1.
9. Yeah. So 26 guys left on base.
That's a lot.
So it's good that you're not striking out. But and just to elaborate more on this, if we want to talk about the offense in kind of more detail, it's not even so much that they left guys on base. They didn't hit for a lot of power.
No.
Even though they hit 4 home runs, they only had 3 doubles. So 7 extra base hits over the course of the 3 games.
Jacob, I said I had a stat for you that at least blew my mind. I don't know if it'll blow your mind.
Try me.
What do we sit? 15 games into the season? And
believe that's right.
Yeah. After Sunday's game, after the second game on Sunday, that was only the 4th time on the season that TCU has out-hit an opponent.
Yeah. Don't necessarily love that. That is a very fun fact. Well, it's an interesting fact. I'm not having much fun with it, but
no, I mean, it kind of surprises me when you think about some of the opponent. I mean, like you had 3 games against New Haven.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
You would have thought that would have been 3 right there.
Yeah. Well, we're out walking the crap out of teams. I can tell you that much. And on that note, let's bring in the Podfather himself, MK. What's up, dude?
Hey, I'll just walk right in here.
Yeah. We're doing hits and misses. We've recapped the games. We've done 2 ad reads. We're just kicking around some hits and misses. Do you have any hits or misses? Since I'm assuming host duties for the moment.
I assume you all already talked about Ethan Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
We did. There's always more room on this run sheet for Ethan Thomas.
Well,
because, MK, we not only talked about his game on Sunday in the doubleheader, but also how he kind of saved our ass against ACU.
So I don't want to skip ahead to things you would change in terms of like bits and stuff, but yeah, would you switch him out for a Sunday starter for Uli?
So we talked about, we're not considering Uli necessarily a starter. He's more of a opener out of the bullpen.
Understood.
Right.
He's still been a starter for a couple weeks now.
Well,
until we get Tommy back.
Right. But what's his longest outing? 3 innings?
Yeah, maybe 3 innings. And it feels like that's about all you're going to get as they continue to build his arm up.
Okay, so what's the argument to keep him in that not a starter spot, but
not necessarily spot, arguing for it. In fact, as we go into conference play, I would like to see them make a change there. And it's nothing against Uli. You can just tell it's like it's like a DiGiorno pizza, right? You know it's going to be delicious, but you have to wait till it's done cooking in the oven. You're not gonna cook it for 5 minutes and then take it out of the oven and
don't forget to let it cool down.
Yeah, it'll burn the roof of your mouth too.
No, I'm
you enjoy it too early.
I'm saying 5 minutes is not enough. Like it's still kind of frozen. It's not ready to be eaten yet.
100%. You can see the potential in certain pitches, and then sometimes you're like, dude, just hit the strike zone.
Now, in his defense, okay, that was some of the worst balls and strikes calling I have seen in college baseball in the last 10 years. I'm not even joking.
You guys already talked about this for the weekend?
Nope.
Oh, really?
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know you wanted to sound off on the umpiring crew, so we saved this.
Okay, so I didn't go Friday. I don't know if you guys saw the strike zone on Friday. I wasn't aware of it, and I didn't hear about it, so I don't know.
Well, it wasn't the strike zone on Friday. It was the Lupton record-breaking 3 overcall turns at first base from the guy who was behind the plate for game 1 of the doubleheader.
That's what I'm talking about. So he was behind the home plate on game 2 on Sunday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you and I are sitting literally behind home plate watching every pitch. We can see everything. And it wasn't his zone. It was the inconsistency of the zone. Like it was
both. Let's be real. It sucked all the way around.
But if you have a bad zone and you stay consistent the whole game, whatever, figure it out, fellas.
Yeah, so the bad zone was consistently changing to a different bad zone.
Correct. So Jack Bell struck out on a ball a foot outside of the plate, and then 2 batters later, when TuLAME's up, that's a ball. Oh, obviously it is a ball. It was a ball before, but you called that a strike. Literally 2 pitches before that. So. Man, that was frustrating. And people are letting him have it, but he doesn't care. And that's when Kirk, as soon as we were talking to him, that's when Kirk came out. I don't know what he said, but it was a short, quick comment, and he was immediately thrown out. And so Jacob goes, "Wait, was Kirk just thrown out?"
There's no way he wasn't thrown out.
This was at the break. But he was thrown out at his comment. After that, he followed the guy.
MK, he was not ejected at all, shockingly.
Wait, what?
Really?
Yeah. From what I understand, he was never ejected.
Really?
I don't know how you can chase an umpire all the way out to second base and not be ejected.
Dude walked to first base and then walked to second base while Kirk is following him.
I know.
And the other umpire's like trying to push Kirk back, and Kirk's like, "Get the hell off me."
Maybe it's because they all got together. They're like, "Listen, I know my strike zone sucks. We as a crew know this strike zone sucks. We'll just let you get it out.
Okay,
air it out."
So
just
maybe
say
guys,
word.
I got to jump in. I got to sign off, but I look forward to hearing the rest of this discussion.
Yeah.
So go Frogs.
Kick them straight.
Yeah. Not in stream. I just need to leave the studio. Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess me and MK will carry this conversation off air. I guess there is.
Well, so I guess I'm following. So Jacob says, I think he's kicked out. And I'm like, oh, for sure he is, because now he's really mad. Like he got very upset as soon as Jacob said that comment. He started following the umpire. And then I followed obviously Jamie and his tweets, and he's like, yeah, Kirk was kicked out, but I guess that's not the case. Maybe that's why he didn't miss the second game on Sunday. I don't know.
Yeah, I was texting our good friend Jamie, friend of the pod, during the second game or in between game 1 and game 2, asking, well, I wonder if Kirk's going to serve his 1 game for the second game of the doubleheader.
That's exactly what I asked. I asked the same question. I said, does he serve it today or at Kansas on Tuesday?
Right. But, hey, I guess good on the umps for not having, for letting him get his thoughts out.
If he was not thrown out, I am surprised and shocked and happy, I guess, about that. But all that to say, the calls were so bad. They were really, really upsetting. The fans, it wasn't a normal game, right? Because people, you're like, okay, am I going to go for game 1 or game 2? Most people are not staying for both games. So it's tough to have 3,000 fans out there for 6 hours. But it was a decent crowd. And every time, that we were letting them have it, between innings, the umpire would walk as far away as he could, from the fan base. It's one of those things as a fan, it's so frustrating. As an umpire, I'm like, okay, I get it. I'm not going to let these guys throw anything at me, even through the fence,
I mean, is it frustrating as a fan? I mean, you kind of feel like you won. You're in his head.
Yeah. Yeah. We just don't know if we heard anything specific, any specific like comments to him of like, hey, you're a bum. I don't know if he heard that because of all the other stuff that we're throwing at him. So how did we start this conversation? So it started with a comment about Ethan Thomas. Okay.
And then Uli, it was more Uli Frenchler.
But in the second game, I think this is why we were so frustrated, is that the Frogs were up 4-2. They gave up 4 runs. Walter Quinn came up, gave up 4 runs. I know you guys have talked about this.
Oh, game 2. Yeah.
Yeah. Game 2 on Sunday.
The week. Yeah.
Yes. Walter gave up 4 runs, but many of the calls on his balls and strikes were incorrect. And so it's like, at some point, like, yes, he was a little bit more wild than he has been before, but you've got to give him something. And some of his ball throws were legit strikes, and they would not give it to him. So those 4 runs, I have to see that as kind of an aberration, not what I expect in the future. And fortunately, we saw that when he came back in the third game and he closed out the game and everything. But man, it was frustrating. God, it's one of those things that I don't want to get mad and blame the umps for a loss, because I don't think the umps were the only problem here. But good grief, that inning, that was terrible.
I mean, the umpiring wasn't much better in game 2 on Sunday, game 3 of the series either. It was pretty inconsistent. I mean, at least to me watching at home.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I don't know if it's worth even talking about how we fix that, because we can't. But it's like, do we just expect to have inconsistent umpiring and we just deal with it? Because that's frustrating too.
It feels like it's been like that for years now.
Yeah. Some guys are worse than usual, like worse than others.
Yeah, you'll run into a bad crew every now and then, but I kind of feel like it hasn't been, like, overall in the grand scheme of the season, that terrible.
Okay, so let's go back to my question about Ethan Thomas. If he's not going to be your opener, okay, let's not say starter, let's say opener on the third game, should that be anybody else besides Uli or Ethan?
I don't mind Uli being, if you're treating Sunday right now as you're still waiting for Laporte, if you think of Uli as the opener, he goes one time through the lineup, and then you bring in a bullpen guy, or whatever, whoever that may be, whether Ethan Thomas, it could be Nate Stern, someone that can give you a little bit of length, right? Trevor Baumler. I don't mind it, right? You see this in Major League Baseball. It's really become kind of a thing, especially when a team is short on starting pitching, right? So Sundays are going to kind of be kind of a bullpen game until Laporte is back.
So I guess my question is, does TCU think that he is a starter, or are they putting him in there and we expect them to only go 2 to 3 innings?
If he's like dealing, right? You maybe give him a little bit longer of a hook, but ultimately TCU views Uli as a starter, right? You want him going through the reps of starting a game, because it's so much different coming out of the bullpen.
It's a very different motion than the teams have seen before.
No, not even like that, right? Like, his preparation is totally different.
Okay.
Right? Like, He's warming up before the game, just everything about it, right? You're not quickly getting hot down in the bullpen to come into a game. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I guess what I'm asking is, are they hoping to stretch him out, or
I think they're trying.
Yeah,
but
he's not giving them an opportunity.
It's been a little inconsistent.
Yeah.
While he's been kind of wildly effective.
But I mean, because on Sunday he wasn't effective at all. He got pulled almost immediately.
Yeah, but the TCU had to have that game, right? I mean, he made it through 2 innings? Didn't give up a hit in the first inning.
Yeah, it's just a quick hook, I
mean, 2 innings, 1 earned run. I mean, you don't love the 4 walks, 2 strikeouts.
I think that was it. It was the walks, right?
It was the walks. And then I think there was an error mixed in.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, that led to the first couple of runs. I could be mistaken, but I don't believe I am.
All right. Trying to think what else from Sunday. I mean, thank goodness they took that third game, just in general.
Oof.
I think it's crazy because it was 4-3, but which is easy to look past and say, hey, they went 3-1 in the week. Frogs are looking good, but a 2-2 week losing the series would have been tough. Would have been real tough.
Especially with it being a shortened game. So you wouldn't have gotten your typical, 9 full innings to fully come back, really get into that TuLAME bullpen. I was kind of, so the Sunday starter in the game 3 starter, second game on Sunday, kind of just, it's totally throwing me off, right?
It's like Easter weekend. It's terrible.
I would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more against Bo Sampson. Although, I mean, TuLAME had a quick hook with him.
He was the starter, right?
Yeah. He has not been good for
I think
TuLAME.
if you look back at our thread, I think I was like, this guy looks like a bullpen pitcher, like just not bullpen. What did I say? Like they're just warming up. They were slamming the ball off him,
I mean, he had like a 13 or a 14 ERA coming into the game. I mean, he has not been good.
It would have been nice to keep him in there for a little while longer.
Yeah. I mean, or just kind of rough him up a little bit more, maybe get out to a nice cushion, right?
Yeah.
Especially after giving up some first inning runs.
Anybody that you saw this weekend impressed you more than you were expecting? We'll start positive and then we can, go negative, I guess.
I mean, Preston Gamster continues to be kind of great when given opportunities, when they can find a spot in the lineup for him.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so hard to find a spot.
Last weekend was a good defensive play. This weekend, 2-run bomb to kind of seal it. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, dude, that home run was kind of crazy. Off the bat, I did not think that was a home run.
I don't think anyone did. Even there was a runner at first base, and he stopped way before second base because he's like, this is not going over.
Brady Dallimore continued his great week. I mean, I know he only played 1 game this weekend, but he was 1 for 1 on the day. So another couple of walks, and most importantly, no strikeouts. So he's really starting to see the ball very well.
I love Brady's at bat. I'm glad he's in the lineup. Were you concerned? And I say this because I'm talking about me. He had trouble, like literally just catching, kind of squeezing the ball, right? There was 3 or 4 times I remember where the ball hit the glove and scooted right out. And most of the time, it doesn't matter if there's no runners on base. Who cares? But that gives up, free bases, So,
yeah, that part. I mean, you've seen this kind of with both of TCU's catchers this year, right? And I don't know if they're getting mixed up and maybe they're thinking it's a different pitch than what's coming, and they're just getting their signals crossed. I have no idea. I kind of hope that's it, right? Because that's easily correctable.
Yeah. It would be like us trying to catch a ball, whether it's a strike or a curveball. We'd be like, I can't catch this crap. It hits down here and bounces right off.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, what happened? So that was kind of frustrating because I'm like, I want Brady to squeeze a little. I mean, he's a freshman. He's got room to grow and room to learn. But yeah, I think he struggled with that a couple times, led to a couple pass balls, and then runners were able to get an extra base.
Yeah, you clean that up a little bit.
All right. I don't know what else. What else are we missing on the weekend? I think it was.
Jacob wanted to save Saturday for whenever you got here because you were the hero on Saturday.
Let's talk about Saturday. All right. So first of all, man, I wish they would have started the game a little bit earlier than what was it? What was the scheduled time? 2?
4.
4. Goodness gracious.
Because of men's basketball.
They could have got the game in before 4 if they wanted to.
They could have. There was a brief moment. I mean, very brief. It was probably about 2:30 where the sun was out. Felt great. And then the sun went away for the rest of the day, and it was just kind of spitting at you. It was the weirdest day, right?
It was a very weird day. Fortunately, we got a little bit of time to hang out with our friends from the pod, some followers on Twitter and X or whatever, and also some parents of players. There was a nice tailgate. Appreciate the Uties for hosting a tailgate and making their discata. It was incredible. And
so good. It's so good. You have to try it.
We were out in lot 13, and then things started getting dark. And when I mean dark, I mean the sun also was gone.
Yeah, the sun just disappeared.
Started raining a little bit, but it wasn't pouring. It was like sprinkling. And I was like, I looked over at you and I was like, hey, is it worth, it's cold. It's 50 degrees. Should I grab my fire pit? And you're like, yeah, go get it, And so I run home, drop my daughter off because she did not want to be at the tailgate. She's like, I'm cold.
She was not having fun.
Too many adults here.
Yeah. Don't blame her. I would have been in the same boat.
Too many long drinks and too many adults. Grab my fire pit, bring it back. It was a rough start. We had a long, situation of trying to get this fire pit rolling while the rain's coming down. But fortunately, we had some friends to help us, a firefighter, if you will, jump in and start the fire. And we figured, and you know what, the best
was that not the craziest thing? I thought there was no way. So our good friend Baxton, a good friend of the pod, finds some hand sanitizer.
Finds, quote unquote.
Yeah, find some hand sanitizer.
There were no porta potties nearby, we swear.
If you can get a little bit of a flame going on, I think you went and got some little bitty branches and all that. And
some kindling, if you will.
Yeah. Let's just douse it in hand sanitizer. Like, there's no way. And I'll be damned if not 5-10 minutes later, we have a roaring fire going.
So we've got 10 folks outside around this fire. Every 30 minutes, we get an update from TCU baseball. It says, "Oh, we're gonna delay the game another 30 minutes."
And that was kind of crazy to me because I was like, "It's not really raining. It was kind of like annoying rain, right?"
Here's what I honestly think they were like, "Hey, if we just wait it out, then we'll have a comfortable game." And it never got to the point of being comfortable. And at some point, they were like, "Screw it, we're waiting until tomorrow."
Yeah. Not worth it.
Yeah. But so we had a 3-hour tailgate for nothing.
Well, just hanging out with about 15 of our best friends, right?
It was fun. Appreciate folks stopping by and saying hi and joining us for this half-made fire, whatever, with hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
Do not recommend.
When did you go back by and pick it up? Because
that night.
That night, was it out?
Well, oh yeah. And I'm going to shout out Baxton. I don't know if he did this, but all the firewood was out of there, so he must have taken it out. Yeah. I was worried that it was all going to be ashes and I had to throw it away somewhere, but it was empty. It was so.
Oh,
At some point, it must have gone out, and he probably threw it out, or something.
because I don't know if I looked it, but I was not feeling like a champion on Saturday, so I dipped out pretty early. Most of the traveling party, once it got pushed to 6:30, was like, well, let's go to Buff Bros.
Yeah,
went over there, and then it got
pretty close after that. It was canceled.
So I was like, man, I'm just gonna go home.
Yeah, good choice, Ray. Good choice, Ray. Plus daylight savings. You got that. You make sure that,
Oh, brother, I know. That's how we opened the pod, and my disdain for losing an hour of sleep.
We should have lost it during the first game on Saturday, between the 4th and 6th inning.
Well, the hour we lost was innings 8, bottom of the 7th, 8 and 9 on Sunday. That was the hour we lost.
I don't know if you talked about this about that game, but like the first 5 innings was like an hour and 15 minutes. I mean, it was so fast, like nonstop. And then they started throwing the ball to every runner on first base. Then Jacob showed up, and I'm like, dude, this game was so fast. And he's like, I know what happened. And then we, it lasted 3 hours. So it was very frustrating.
That was a funny moment in, was it game 2? Jack Bell had gotten on, and I swear the pitcher threw over like 7 times in a row.
It was so much. And the thing is, at some point, I'm trying to figure out, is this actually them trying to get the player, or is the coach telling them we need to warm up our guy in the bullpen? Because it was so much, it was egregious to the fact it was like the umpire has to say something, and they never did.
Throw the ball.
I guess there's no rule on how many times you can throw over.
Like, I know Jack has wheels, but he only has 2 stolen bases on the year.
I want to say the third game, I think Cole Kramer was at first, and Stroessner was batting. Cole had like a 3-foot lead. Like, it was not a lead. It was like opposite of a lead. And they kept throwing over to hold Cole. And he's like, he would just step back and touch the base.
All he has to do is he doesn't even have to dive back. Reaches the foot out.
This is a conspiracy. What are we doing here? All right. I think we've hit everything. Fortunately, a successful week for the Frogs, going 3-1.
Now it really starts. Now the season actually starts.
So at Arizona State, just preliminary thoughts? Obviously, this is not the deep dish, which is on Thursday. If you subscribe to the Patreon, $6 a month, you're going to get some great extra pods on Wednesday and Thursday, and really find out more about Arizona State and also kind of the Frogs matchup. But preliminarily, what are you thinking about the weekend, Ray?
So Arizona State got off to a hot start, but then they actually started playing real competition, and they've been kind of floundering.
Yeah.
Right? They had a rough time, but it's in Tempe. It would be a nice to have series win, a nice, way to make kind of a statement conference opening weekend.
We're not reporters, we're not journalists, but any updates on Tommy for Friday?
I haven't heard anything.
Yeah. So
mom is the word.
So unlikely is
I think maybe you'll find out maybe more after Tuesday's game. That's generally in my short time of being a journo. Usually Kirk will give a little update after Tuesday's game.
So in NFL terms, I'm going to say doubtful and probable after Tuesday, depending on his words.
I don't know, probable. Well, I mean, we'll see him when we see him.
All right. What about Cade Udy?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I think he did get some encouraging news, but I don't think so.
But we're not expecting him to be out long term.
I think he could come back this year.
Yeah.
When that is, I don't know.
Yeah. I think so too. I'm hoping so. That's what I'm hoping so. So, I have no intel from their parents because you know what? We're respectful friends and we don't ask those questions. So
I think I had a little bit, but I think all the Coors Light and long drink from the weekend washed it away.
you lost all your information?
Yeah.
Some journal you are.
I had written it down on my hand, but by the time I picked up the ice cold Coors Light, it kind of washed it off.
You're like, do not. It's like, what's that movie? Memento, where he writes down everything and he gives him a tattoo. He's like, do not forget this. You're like, all right, I already forgot it. All right. Well, hey, successful weekend for the Frogs. Obviously, we'd love to have swept, but 2-1 is fine. And moving on to Kansas, which is actually kind of a reasonably good game in terms of quad wins on Tuesday.
Yeah, that's a fun Tuesday matchup. Right?
And then
it's different.
Very different. Not a conference game. It's a non-conference game. And then at Arizona State on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So really fun week. Are we planning on the Frog
I believe we have a Toadcast scheduled for Friday night, late Friday night.
Free podcast because it doesn't start till 8:30. You're right.
I think 8:30, 9 o'clock, maybe.
Yeah.
Let's get a first. I got the schedule pulled up.
Folks, if you're still here, that means you love Frog Ball. There are extra podcasts on Wednesday and Thursday through the Patreon at Lupton Drinking Club. And you can get really a lot more information on the conference as a whole, as well as the opponent coming up, Arizona State. So we'd love for you to join.
8:30 first pitch, both Friday and Saturday.
Ooh, brother. All right. That's going to be rough for us.
No, I mean, Friday will be good. Saturday will be a little rough. Well, that's all right. That's what we do it.
That's why we love it. We love the game. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for joining us, folks. And as always, appreciate you guys joining in and being part of the Lupton Drinking Club. Go Frogs.
Go Frogs.